Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to WEXP 88.3 FM, where we do it better. Sponsored by Eon H2O Water. Perfect hydration, perfectly purified, perfect taste.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to episode 6 on the Cause of Beauty in Business Talk Radio, where you can tune in every Friday at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on WEXP 88.3 FM at blogtalkradio.com. My name is Reyna Kartel, and I'm your host for this show tonight. I hope you all had a wonderful Friday and are getting ready for this weekend. Yay, Super Bowl weekend, right? Time that we have all been waiting for. I know I am. So let's start out with giving a shout out to the Eon Experience for having us here tonight, as well as our sponsor, Eon H2O Water. Thank you very much once again. A quick review about what you can expect from this show is a full transparency on the life of an entrepreneur, the good and the challenges of an entrepreneur, being a woman entrepreneur, and how not to get burnt out and stay healthy, the importance of your mindset and how you can cultivate it, the importance of the different skills and energy you need and how to correlate them when you're an entrepreneurial journey, a guide for the aspiring entrepreneur on a critical tools to build and grow your businesses, the importance of social media, of all the questions and the answers no one tells you about. You just literally have to figure it out. So tonight's topic is why your online presence has plateaued. The reason I chose this is because recently I was having problems with this a couple of weeks ago. And after a lot of research and team building and more meetings and more phone calls and more research, I figured out some great tips on why my online presence had plateaued. Have you ever asked yourself, why aren't my numbers moving? Why is the needle still stuck there? I mean, for weeks. Whether it be on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, any social media site, your YouTube, I mean, you name it, it's there. And it's like you're just staring at the wall, waiting for it to move, like literally. And so it's like you ask yourself, why have I flatlined? Now, many of you might not even have thought about this, or if you have, you probably asked yourself, how can you correlate it to your brand or business to grow your online presence? And as I was doing my research, I figured out, and just playing with just different things and asking more questions, I figured out that a lot of it had to do with my spark words. This is what I named it, my spark words. Now, I mean, you can even say, well, Reyna, I have done so much research that I've changed content and I've changed photos. I've been posting 3 times a day. I've even hired social media managers. I've taken the social media classes, etc. You did it, you've done it, you've read it, you've done your research, and it's still nothing, and you're still dead. There's no movement. You're stagnant. And this is where I say how your spark words can actually help you grow. Now, you must be asking yourself, Reyna, what are spark words? Words in your content and social media posts are no different. So to me, these spark words are words that engage your audience to grow your online presence. These spark words are vital to your online business, period. Bottom line, learning how to speak to your audience in a language with your own brand, with your own followers, will make all the difference to have repeat visitors on your site. Now, stop and think for a little bit. Think about a brand that you connect with, and then think about what got you to engage on their site, or what did they say on their post or their video for you to engage, to go to their page, to click on their site and look through their site to even purchase or just to read what they had to say. And so these are the words that made you click on their site, right? So think about that. I could even go as far as to say, what made you feel compelled to even go on their site? Again, going back to their words. This is all because of these influencers that we see on social media, these bloggers, these journalists, these coaches, these companies are all using words that capture and actually draw you in like a little magnet into reading or going to buy from their store because you actually connected with them through the spark words that they used to get you there. See, whether you notice it or not, they did that. Now, you might be asking, what are your spark words? I mean, like, again, to break down the definition, spark words, again, are the correct words that are going to draw that individual in to click on the post or click on that website to draw that potential reader or that potential buyer to you for your particular business or brand. Now, again, another question you might be asking is, how can you develop your own spark words and for your own brand or business? Trust me, if you take the time to figure this out, you will be surprised on how quickly you can grow your online business and your online presence. So this is what I did to cultivate my own spark words for my own business that I have. I call this my cultivation process on my spark words. Now let's make it fun here. Let's dive in, and for this I would need you actually to concentrate. Now think about words that your family would use to describe you. Let's think about your personality, your character, who you are as a person. And I'll give you a minute with that. Number 2, think about words that your business or network would use to describe you. Words that define your work, your performance, your true passion, your education, your expertise. What are these words that your business or colleagues or network would use to describe you? Let's go ahead and have a moment with that. Now, number 3, think about words that excite you. I mean, that make you happy, that bring you joy, that excite you, that make you want to just get up and dance, baby. Like, seriously. Think about those words. And I'll give you a minute for that. Now, finally, think about words that you say that draw you or that other people use to draw you in, that make you want to click on that post or click on that website of interest to you, that makes you want to click on it, whether it be a post or a website or a book to pick up and read. What are some of these words that draw you in that other people or other companies or other brands use to draw you in? Now, these are the words that are sparking you and are equally important to note that all these words here are these words that you have figured out on a list that are sparking you to click on these different brands or social media posts. Now, once you figure out this list, what I want you to do is I want you to write down all these words, and I want you to write them all nice and neat and pretty. And I want you to put them on your wall or post them on your corkboard right next to your computer where you work, because this is going to help you when you're positioning or creating your posting or blogging or creating your content, because it is a reminder for you to engage with your audience. These are your spark words. So, example for me, some of my words that I use, now I'm not going to give you all of my words because there's plenty of them, but I'm equally going to show you how different, some of these words are compared to you guys, okay? So some of my words that I used are glammy, cheerful, authentic, monetize, lashes, makeup, inspire, commitment. What else here? Intelligent, science, vacation, webinars. Now, these are my words. Sound like me? I hope so. So now that you have this list, you can now create content with these spark words. Now, if you have any questions about how to position them, you should have questions because you're going to have more questions, but you're going to have to figure out how to position them for your brand in your own content. And you will notice a difference once you refine them the way you need to use your words. Some other questions that I want you to ask yourself are these. Am I using these words that my audience need? Okay? Am I offering a solution to their need? And it depends, again, on your brand. Like, for instance, for my brand here, for the Colors of Beauty and Business, this is a show where we show entrepreneurs the full transparency on how to become an entrepreneur, the good, bad, and the ugly, and really how to go from A to Z and build your brand. So, again, you got to ask yourself, are you offering a solution to the entrepreneurial need? For me, this would be for me. But for your brand, it would be different. Do you have a headline for your readers, a step-by-step process with your own spark words? Another question to ask yourself is whether you're posting or writing a blog. Ask yourself, is the blog too long or post too long? Make it short and simple. No one wants to read a long post, believe me. Make it straight to the point. And even if before you post it, reread it. Make sure that your spark words are correct and they're straight to the point before you post. And then the other question that you need to ask yourself is, are you sounding too salesy? Like, do your posts sound like you're, how can I say? Well, yeah, like salesy. Like, do you sound like, you're really, really, eager to sell this? And, you really have to make sure that you lead with value first. You create that service. It's quality and value. Again, talk about the value, the quality of your brand, and how it could help you find a solution to the problem. You know what I'm saying? So these are the questions. I'm going to let these questions sink in. And then if you're interested in getting any more freebies on my questions on how to get your spark words and how to make them work for you, I will go ahead and link my website to my show notes. And you can find me on Instagram on the Colors of Beauty and Business, as well as Reyna Kartel. You can direct message me for a free download on this list and how I created this list and how it helped me, step-by-step process on creating my spark words and how it helped me grow my online presence. And so the speaking notes will be, for tonight's show, will be available to download on my site. So with that being said, I will not take up too much of your time because I know it is a long week and I know everybody's getting ready for that Super Bowl Sunday and we want to be rested up. So I want to make sure that you guys all have a safe weekend. I want to thank everybody for joining the Colors of Beauty in Business tonight, and stay tuned for many more topics on the full transparency of the life of an entrepreneur with your host, Reyna Kartel, on the Colors of Beauty in Business. Thank you and good night. Again, be safe this weekend, people, please, because I know it is a busy weekend, and I know we are all trying to get ready for it. Thank you, guys, and good night.